Welcome and thank you for joining the FastTRAC Workshop. We're going to be focusing today on the Juniper Deal Registrations. I know it sounds perhaps like a maybe not that important of a topic, but it's very important for Juniper. It's important for us, and I think you'll after today's webinar, you'll see why it's important for could be the benefits are for you. I know we've got a lot of people on today who have joined other FastTRACs. FastTRAC is one of the services and support mechanisms we use here at Securematics to basically stay connected to our partners and build community and hopefully provide value-added services. We're excited again to have you on today. Today we'll have two guests. One is Craig Gaffney, who's a business development executive for Juniper, who will go into all things deal reg related, as well as going into the Velocity program. And then next will be Lisa Kiss, who is beloved by many. She's been with Securematics for 10 years. She's one of our outstanding account reps, and she's going to go into more or less the process at Securematics and how we some best practices for deal registrations and giving you examples of such. Securematics, just to give you a little background on Securematics, we are proud to be just awarded the U.S. Juniper Distributor of the Year for 2020. We are the second largest Juniper partner in the world. We pride ourselves on providing, high level, high touch, very white glove service and support. We've got a team that supports our partners with our account reps, our order management team, our solution architects and engineers, our marketing staff, and others. If you see on this slide here, we provide, we have other services such as our partner portal that helps provide, real-time information on inventory and RMA help and things such as that. We also have the Juniper Partner Portal that, of course, I'm sure use, and other services there. We've got a demo pool. We've got a POC program. So a number of other things we can go into. But again, the purpose of today's session is to be focused on deal registrations. Just the next slide, then, just to give you an example. Our team, I've touched on these before, along with myself, and I manage or handle sales in the West. Ed Bender is my partner in crime, running the team in the East. Bailey Geyser, who really heads up everything we do with marketing, including FastTRAC, of course, and again, our solution architects teams. And then really the most important part of this, I think, at least from my perspective, is our sales teams, and working from clockwise from Ed Bender on the top right on down. You've got Catherine and Martin Story, who are based in Georgia. We've got Lisa Hansen, who handles the East but is based in California. Kendall and Carson, who are based in Greenville, South Carolina. Ruby and Lauren and Nancy and Robin, who are all in basically the San Diego area, and either handle partner, either account reps or Ruby provides some behind the scenes support. And then last is Lisa Kiss, again, who you'll get to meet here if you don't know her already at the end of the session. Next slide, I think, is that. So without further ado, let me turn things over to Craig Gaffney. Craig?
All right, thank you, Mitch. Appreciate it very much. And Securematics, congratulations on being Juniper's Distributor of the Year. That's great news. Congratulations. In the spirit of the Masters, I figured I'd put my golf thing behind me today. It's not virtual, it's the real thing. So hopefully everybody enjoys the Masters over the weekend. And welcome. I appreciate everybody taking your time today to learn more about, our deal registration capabilities with Juniper. So with that, I'd like to get into what our program consists of. And our agenda that we're going to go through today is we'll talk about our pricing offers. I do want to spend a little bit of time talking about Velocity. Then we'll get into our deal registration. We'll get into our policies, and then we're going to finish up here with a demo after we go through our policies. So we'll go on to our Juniper pricing offers. So for those that aren't familiar with it, we do have 4 different pricing offers. The first one is, based on our program pricing, and it's based on the, where you are within our program, whether you're a reseller, select, and elite partner, and it's based on the investment that you're making into Juniper, based on revenues that you're doing on, an annual basis, as well as what we're doing for specializations and certifications. And based on that, we'll determine where you are and what partner level you are with Juniper. What we've done is we've introduced Velocity. We introduced this at the beginning of this year. We had a pilot last year that was extremely successful. And Velocity is basically taking our most popular SKUs and providing a good discount, for these popular SKUs, so that our partners can transact directly with the distributor without coming to us for a quote. Then we also have deal registration. We're going to talk more about this. It's a minimum 10K MSRP for deal registrations, and we'll get into what our discounts are and everything else. But this is really all about protecting our partners that are bringing business to Juniper. So we'll get more into that. And then if you don't have program pricing, Velocity, or deal registration, then we have what we call non-standard price. So if there is that, opportunity where we need non-standard pricing, we have that available as well. So let's jump into Velocity. I want to, provide a background on Velocity if we want to go to our next slide here. And that is, this is really all about a small deal. Somebody that has 1 or 2 switches that needs to add on, or it's a small company that is looking at switching as well as wireless. This is really for less than 40K business. What we have done is that we didn't just decide to put a discount associated with Velocity for the sake of doing it, assigning a discount. We actually did some street price benchmarking with a third-party company, and we looked at our main competitors and what their discounts and what their pricing was in the marketplace for small opportunities. And so what we've done is we've looked at what their discounts are in pricing, and we want to make sure that we match that, or we're even better than what our competitors are for these small opportunities. But for you as a partner, what's important is that it's predictable pricing for you. You should know what your price is, ahead of time. We are publishing our suggested reseller pricing, and then it's a matter of going to Securematics to get your final pricing. But you should have a very good comfort in the fact that you've got predictable pricing. The best part about this is that you don't have to come to us. You don't have to come to Juniper for a quote. You can just work directly with Securematics, find that opportunity with the customer, transact with Securematics, and now you're good to go and you can sell to your customer. So what we do is that we want to make sure that we're leveraging our distributors, we're leveraging Securematics for Velocity. So they have the list of these SKUs, and they want to make sure that, if these are popular SKUs, we're going to bring as many of these into inventory as we can, so that our partners and their customers can get the equipment as soon as they possibly can. Now, if we go to the next slide, we could talk a little bit about, what this program is. Again, it's less than 40K list price. If you have an opportunity that's larger than that, you can certainly use our Velocity pricing as well. As I mentioned, it's competitive, it's pre-approved. It's a single discount to all of our Juniper partners. we talked about, our program pricing, and it's based on the tiered model. But for Velocity, you can see the discounts that are associated with the products and the product families on the right-hand side. And this is available to all of our partners. We view all of our partners as very, very important to us, especially when they're bringing opportunities to us for net new customers. What we've done is we've looked at our top 500 SKUs. Effective on Monday, we have a new list that's being published, and that list is now over 600 in the US. So we've expanded what our Velocity SKU set is to make it easier for our partners to transact. But you can see that we really focused on 3 portfolios: our EX portfolio, hardware and software, our branch SRX hardware and software, and then our Mist wireless LAN. In the past, we've had Mist wireless LAN, but it wasn't at competitive discounts, whereas now we feel that we've got the discounts in place that are going to allow our partners to transact. So if we go to the next slide, that is an overview of Velocity. Please leverage it. It's so fast when you don't have to go to you don't have to come to us for a quote. It's predictable pricing. Work with Securematics, you should be good to go. So let's jump into deal registration. So one of the things is that we've seen a very, very high demand for deal registration over the last quarter. We've doubled the number of deal registrations that we had a year ago. And there's a couple of things that are really driving this. And the number one thing that's driving this are the available specialization rewards for all of our partners based on deal registration. Our partners can earn an additional 4%, as a specialization reward on the back end for registering a deal and then selling that opportunity with Juniper. So please keep that in mind as you are, looking at opportunities that you can earn additional rebates or earn additional gross margin on the back end by using Juniper Deal Registration. Now, if we go to our next slide, we start to look at why would a partner want to register a deal? What's so important about deal registration? If there's one thing as somebody that's managing this program, the first thing that I want to do is to give my partners protection. Give my partners protection that are providing opportunities and bringing opportunities to Juniper. So you're going to have that price protection between you that's bringing a deal to us and perhaps another partner that might be going after the same opportunity. So deal protection is absolutely number one. Now, when you're doing that, and you understand what your protection is, that should also help you determine what your gross margin should be on that deal as well. So it's predictable margins for the partners as they're using deal registration and knowing the protection that they have in place. For us and for Securematics, it's about getting visibility to the opportunity along the entire sales cycle. So you can register an opportunity, up to 4 months, 6 months prior to that opportunity actually selling. So what that does is that gives Securematics visibility to ensure that they're bringing it into inventory. And for us, we get visibility to it to ensure that we're building products for Securematics so that they can purchase from us and bring it into inventory. What I've also seen, over the years is that when our partners start to use deal registration and they're working with our account managers and bringing opportunities, all of a sudden that what I look at trust level between the partner and the distributor and the manufacturer, meaning Juniper, we build that trust, we create the loyalty, and we all of a sudden start to build this momentum with additional sales moving forward as well. So for us, that's the benefit for you. You've got that price protection, And there's also a value and a benefit to Securematics as well as Juniper. So if we go to the next slide, we can talk a little bit about, you know, what deal registration is about, and you can see that you've got discounts associated with deal registration as well. So it's 10K minimum list price. We do provide deal protection to one partner and one partner only. If you register a deal and you're denied that registration, it could mean that there's another partner that's involved in that opportunity as well. But if you bring some an opportunity to us, know that that's going to happen to another partner if they try to register the same deal. It will be denied, and you will have that price protection. Again, we give this protection and these discounts to our partners regardless of where they are within our program. Doesn't matter what program you the tier that you are in, you get that deal registration discount. Now you can see that again, it's the EX hardware and branch SRX hardware families. Now, this isn't just a set number of SKUs for deal registration. Deal registration is for the entire product portfolio, all right? So if you have EX, you have branch, you have MIST, there's other product portfolios that we sell. And so deal registration is available for those other product sets as well. Now, the difference between velocity and deal registration, you can see what the discounts are. They're about 7% different between velocity and deal registration. But with deal registration, we do require our partners to upload a bill of material. And once they do upload that bill of material, we'll provide you and we'll provide Securematics a quote. So once you receive that quote, then at that point, you can contact your sales rep with Securematics, and now you can transact with that opportunity. So again, single discount to all Juniper partners. You've got that 7-point price protection, and it's available for all hardware, software, and new services for Juniper. So if we move forward here onto the next slide, as our partners are registering these opportunities, what we have done is we've included deal-driven type, and this is new. That we announced this on March 8th, but it's part of the process and one of the fields that we expect you to fill in, and that is to let us know whether it's a partner-led, a co-led deal. Now, a partner-led is where the partner is bringing Juniper the opportunity, but they're playing a significant role in the sales process with that customer. All right, that is eligible for deal registration. Now, there are also opportunities where Juniper may bring an opportunity to a partner. And if that happens and the partner is still playing that significant role in the sales cycle, that's what we would classify as co-led. So if you receive an SDR-led market lead or an MDF market lead from our distributors, then you would then categorize that as co-led. Now, the eligibility for deal registration is for partner-led and co-led. If you get into a situation where it's Juniper-led, where Juniper is driving the deal, they're doing all the work with the customer, but we are reaching out to the partner for fulfillment only, then in that case, deal registration would not be eligible. So as you're going through this, the good part about this for us is that we can now start to identify those deals that our partners are bringing to us, where in the past, we really didn't have that capabilities, and it gives us, some things to think about in the future as providing additional benefits for those partner-led opportunities. So if we move on to the next slide, we're going to talk about, our deal registration enhancements as well as policies while this slide is being built out. And thank you for that, Bailey. First of all, what we have done is that we now have a 1DR portal. Prior to March 8th, we had a portal for MIST, we had a portal for Juniper, but now we have a single portal. We're very, very excited to have this, where our partners can go to one portal and basically, it doesn't matter what product or product family that you're registering, you can do it all through a single portal. The other thing is that in the past, our distributors did not have the opportunity or the capability to create, a DR on behalf of the partner for our MIST portfolio. Whereas today they can now do that. So I know that the team is going to take you through a demonstration and show you what the DR portal is. Please take advantage of them. It's very important to them and something that our partners should leverage with our distributors. As I mentioned earlier, it's a minimum of 10K list price for all portfolios. A couple of things with RFP, and that is we work a lot, our partners work a lot with end users, and when they're working with end users, there's an opportunity to influence the specifications of the RFP. If you're doing that as a partner, you have the opportunity to register that, you register that deal. However, once the specifications hit the street or they become public, at that point, we don't allow deal registration. Now, we do know that our competitors have RFPs that are on the streets, and we allow our partners to deal register any opportunity that has competitive specifications, because we know at that point, you're leading with Juniper, you're trying to oust the competition, and that's something that we want to work with you and then provide you additional benefit for doing that for us. That's a huge thing for us. We do have managed service providers that also sell our portfolio. We are announcing a new managed services platform, or I should say a program that's coming out soon. However, we do realize that, for managed services, that in some cases it's a buy-sell relationship as well as an X as a sale relationship. But if you get into that buy-sell relationship, you can register the opportunity. Just note when you do that you need to provide that end customer information. Whereas, in a typical X as a service, you don't know who that end customer is when you're doing your bulk buy. And then if you have any frame agreements or MPPA agreements, they are eligible for, for deal registration as well. As long as we go back to that, partner-led and co-led, they are also eligible. So we can move on to the next slide here. And one more thing is that renewals, service renewals are not eligible. So let's talk about the DR validity, and that is for Juniper products. We're still putting the two systems together, so they're a little bit different between Juniper and MIST today. So let's talk about Juniper. You register an opportunity, you get the authorization, you've been approved, you have 120 days to upload the bill of materials. If you don't upload the bill of materials, at that point, the deal registration expires. Once you upload the bill of materials, then that quote is valid for an additional 210 days. So if I was to take advantage of all the days, it could be a maximum of 330 days for that deal validity. If you need to extend it, we can certainly extend it, and the extension is an additional 180-day period. If we go on to MIST, MIST is a little bit different in the fact that we provide 180 days. If we could go to the next slide, please. We do provide 180-day deal registration. With MIST, we don't really necessarily care when you upload the bill of material. You could upload the bill of material, on day 100 of the 180 days, and if you do, that quote's valid for 80 days. So all you need to do is to make sure you upload the bill of materials prior to the 180 days. Now, with the extensions, we do offer 180-day extensions for our entire portfolio, and we do offer up to 3 extensions for each deal registration. So overall, the deal registration could be over a 2-year period, even though that would be a very, very unique situation. So if we move forward, I just want to summarize a couple of things, and that is think about using Velocity and using Velocity for small deals. It's pre-approved pricing, no quotes required. It's an immediate transaction between you and Securematics. It's really a powerful tool to use. If your opportunity is a little bit larger, leverage deal registration. You have that 7-point list point protection. And to you as a partner, that means that you have a 21% gross margin protection between another partner. It's all about predicting what your gross margins are for the opportunity. And on the back end, you are eligible for the 4% rebate. So on a 20K deal, you could see an additional $800 in rebates on the back end, or I should say $800 in rewards on the back end. And then again, for Securematics, you're giving them visibility to the opportunity. You're giving them the opportunity to bring inventory in so that when your customer provides the PO, you can immediately transact with them and ship that equipment out. And also, please leverage them to create the deal registration on your behalf. So with that, are there any questions?
I did have one question. I think we might have covered it. Can the VSC or Securematics upload the BOM for the partner?
Yes, absolutely. So if Securematics creates the bill, creates the deal registration on behalf of the partner, then Securematics and the partner will always have visibility to that opportunity. And that also allows Securematics to upload the bill of materials on behalf of the partner. Question.
Okay. That was the only question for now, but we will have time for Q&A.
All right, that sounds good. So with that, I will hand it over.
Thanks, Greg. And next up is Lisa Kiss. Lisa,
Good morning, everyone. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Lisa? Yeah, we do.
Okay. I apologize. My webcam is not working properly, so I will just speak to you about Securematics and how we can help you with a successful deal registration. I mean, there's some basic things. Number one, if you are not already registered in the Juniper Partner Portal, please, get an account set up for you with your email address. Make sure that Securematics is part of your Juniper distribution profile so that everything gets mapped properly within the deal registration tool. Then we have the ability to actually submit the lead on your behalf. So the only thing we would require would be for you to complete the deal registration lead submission form, which we have attached in the handout section. You can see that. We'll look at that in a few minutes, just in the basic information that we need. So then we are able to submit the lead on your behalf. Then an email will come to you asking you to review and approve it. Once you approve, that goes to Juniper. Then the rep will tentatively look at the deal, send back a tentative approval with a deal registration number. And then the next step will be asking for the BOM template to be submitted to the actual deal reg. Now, Securematics is happy to do that for you as well. We also have that form in the handout. It's basically, what are the SKUs, the quantities, and the service, the service attached that you want and the term of the service, whether it be a 12-month, 1-year support contract or a multi-year, which of course offers increased discounts off of the list price to the end customer. So the margin grows for you there as well. Then Bailey, can we take a look at the lead generation template? There we go. So this is the template that you can go and complete and send into your Securematics account rep. Okay, this basic end customer information talks about the deal. Of course, you've got to put in your email address, and then it's about the deal. What is the name of the deal, the size, list price? You know, once again, Craig talked about an RFP or not, so we have to be careful, you know, to follow those rules, because if it is an RFP that's already public or already registered by another partner, it's going to be denied. Okay. Estimated close date, project description, a little bit about, you know, if it's a network refresh, switch refresh, an additional data center build out, and then the product family. What are, you know, are we talking switching? Are we talking this APs? Exactly what's included, and then the support, competition. If you're competing against Cisco or Arista or whomever, the more information we can give to the Juniper folks, the better for them to, you know, want to approve the deal registration. So this is the form that we would need from you as the partner to go and submit the lead on your behalf. You do also have the option of submitting it on your own. It does take a little more information and more time. So as your distribution partner, we're offering to take that off of your plate. And once again, this offers us the best visibility from the beginning of the sales cycle. So like Craig said, we can take a look at the inventory that's going to be needed. We know what the cycle is when you plan to close the deal. We can take the next steps to support you in the whole entire deal. So do we have any other slides here, Bailey? Maybe go back one more, because I wanted to mention one other thing, if you don't mind. Also wanted to remind all the folks here not to forget to sign up for the Juniper Rewards program. Okay, this is tied to deal registration. So you not only have your incentives from Juniper on the back end, but you also have this program that rewards you on a quarterly basis. It's a program that you need to sign up for within the partner portal at Juniper, but then there are hundreds of SKUs that you can get points for, and then you can use those points to shop at their store. There's, you know, swag, collateral. There's all different types of things that you can, you know, choose to be rewarded with, and this applies to all the sales reps, and even if you have your SE help you with this, you know, there is a way for them to actually get a little bit of the rewards as well. So bottom line, Securematics is here to help you with make deal registration an easy thing, and that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions?
I am checking. I think we have a question here. 1 second. Okay, I do have some questions here. Does the reseller still have full visibility on deal registrations entered by Securematics?
Absolutely.
So the
Yeah, because
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so when we submit the lead on your behalf, then once that is done, the partner will receive an email saying, please review and approve the email. That email gets sent over to Juniper. We are both going to see everything, every email that comes out talking about the deal registration. It's been tentatively approved. This is your deal registration number. Okay, once they take a look at it, then they ask for the BOM to be uploaded. Once that's done, if there's any questions, then the rep at Juniper is most likely going to talk with you, the partner, because you are the partner driving the opportunity. Okay, and then once they've answered all the questions, then if it's approved, then they will send you an email telling you your deal registration's been approved. Here's the quote number, and we will be getting that quote probably, a few minutes after you get that email notification. So there'll be visibility from day one for you and for Securematics, so that we can move and drive the deal forward.
Great,
Correct.
thanks, Lisa.
Craig, did you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah.
No, I think that was spot on. Very good.
Great.
Okay. Another question, do the partners need to sign up for the rewards each quarter?
Yes. It is a quarterly rewards program. You do have to do it. You do it every quarter, and it's actually rewards would happen after the quarter where you close the deal. So, I mean, it's something that you should do every quarter so that you don't miss out.
Perfect, thanks. If Securematics is going to register the deal for the partner, what is the timeline? I think they're asking
Timeline.
as opposed to them entering it themselves.
As long as they are active, set up within the Juniper Partner Portal and the deal registration tool, we can do it right away.
Okay, great.
As long as we have that lead submission form completed, as long as we have all the answers to the questions, that are, asterisks that you have to complete. And that's why we did that template up for you. It makes it a little bit easier for you. If you're doing it yourself, there's more sections for you to complete, and you have to make sure that you give us visibility. So by allowing us to do the work for you, we won't miss out on having the visibility. So we can help drive it forward and follow up with the people at Juniper from day one. It works. It works well.
Another question, I think this one's asking if Securematics submits the deal registration on behalf of the partner, do they have visibility into the portal besides just seeing the emails?
Sure. They have access to the deal registration portal. They can look at the opportunity and the lead. As long as they have a little bit of information, they can search for their DR number, and go from there and see the status. So
Okay.
it can say waiting for quote, tentative approval, waiting for the BOM to be loaded. So yeah, everything is visible. The tool is there on the portal. I just encourage everyone to use it, learn how to use it. There are so many handouts and best practices, FAQs. I mean, we've got the deal registration at a glance handout as well. I mean, it really goes over everything, and it's a real value add for partners to use Securematics to help them with this. And like we all said, it gives us best visibility. And with inventory, the way that it is right now, the sooner we know about things, the sooner we can help you to be able to close your deal within the cycle that your customer needs.
And we will share the handouts and as well as that, Bailey, we're going to send out a link of the recording link, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Well,
You'll receive the recording and the handouts, and then we will have an incentive that we'll send you all an email about after the event. We'll be tracking deal registrations through the end of Q2 and be giving out some fun prizes for the partners with the most. So keep an eye out for information on that.
Yeah, and obviously we would just ask for you to share them within your organizations to all the people, because so they can they have access to this information. And I will just say this also, and that is that each quarter our deal registrations just increase every quarter for us. So we're doing more and more and more. Lisa happens to be probably the the best of the bunch, but they're all of our sales team knows the process very well. So we can all support you and help you with the deal registrations and obviously and velocity as well. So any other questions, Haley?
Yeah, one more. Will there be training in the future on the configuration tool? I think that might be a question for Craig.
Craig, are you still on?
I am. So if we need to provide additional training with the configuration tool, we'd be more than happy to do that. Maybe we can take that, put that on your calendar. That'd be great.
Yeah. Those are all the questions.
Great. Again, I just want to say thanks. I really, I guess you might get a little, give you back 10 or 15 minutes here. We really appreciate, your attendance. Thank you very much. We hope our goal here was to obviously give you, in-depth information on deal reg and the velocity pricing programs. We hope you've done that. If you have any other questions afterwards, please reach out to us. We're happy to, do this again and do a one-on-one if you'd like. And again, look for those incentives that we'll be sending out for a contest basically for Q2. And again, thank you very, very much for attending. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend, okay? Thanks, folks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.